Everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We are talking about online dating.
Yes,
and
we are.
I was just today listening to a podcast, a news report about online dating after 50.
After
50.
Wow.
And it was really fascinating. You know, because not all marriages last.
Mm-hmm.
People or they're widowed.
Yes.
You know, your partner passes away. And it was very enlightening.
Yes.
To hear.
Gosh.
It's difficult, but at the same time, there were some positive things about it too. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, 50, that's still, you still got a lot of time left. Mm-hmm. On Earth, right?
You sure do.
So,
right.
You know, you probably want a companion, someone to be with and then share your life with.
So there are some famous sites or apps, online dating apps in the U.S., and Bumble, I believe, is one of them. Mm-hmm. And it happens to be very popular for women.
Yes.
So different types of apps for different types of people.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think now there are like several main ones now.
Yeah.
And I have a friend back in the U.S. Mm-hmm. She is looking at them and she said, I have to manage like 5 different apps.
I know, there are many.
So many messages.
I know. Okay, so the expressions for today, and here it's good news. You look happy today. Okay, so it's good news. So maybe it looks like there's a good match. Mm-hmm. Let's look at some expressions that we're going to learn today. Take the leap.
This means to do something risky. Take a chance.
Okay. If you are a control freak.
You like to have control. Mm-hmm. You don't like to let other people just do things independent of you.
Yeah.
You want to control what everyone does.
That's right. And if you bond, B-O-N-D, with someone.
You are creating a strong feeling between two people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be a human. It could be like a romantic bond, a friendship.
Sure.
You could even have a bond between your dog.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
that relationship is building.
All right. Very good. So those are the expressions that we're going to cover today. Online dating. You look happy today. I think we've got some good news. Let's listen to the dialogue.
You look happy today. Any new candidates for your next boyfriend?
I keep matching with jealous types and guys who want to talk about marriage during our first conversation.
That would make almost anyone not want to take the leap.
The last thing I need in my life is another control freak.
So, have you met a guy without any major red flags?
There is one guy I've been bonding with. We even had a video chat today and we were laughing the whole time.
Please open your Power English books to page 104. That's where you can find our Power Dialogue. Doug begins by saying, "Oh, you look happy today. Any new candidates for your next boyfriend?" Okay, so is there a potential guy? Mm-hmm. And Layla says, "I keep matching with jealous types and guys who want to talk about marriage during our first conversation." Okay, so what is a jealous type?
질투심많은.
Yes.
So it's the feeling of, why are you talking to other guys?
Yeah.
You should only talk to me.
Right.
They are very not confident. They think that they're going to lose you. So that would be a jealous type of person.
Right. And oftentimes we have it in that setup, like something type, like jealous type, possessive type, or narcissistic type, right? Okay, that's kind of the setup, the way we use that.
Yes, so the jealous type, like we talked about, is always worried that they're going to lose that person. A possessive type would be someone who wants to literally own you, wants to control you in every way.
Right.
And then the narcissistic type is someone who's always thinking about themselves.
Right, that's right. So these are just a few examples that I just gave you. And then she says she's complaining because they also, another type of guy, they just talk about marriage in the first conversation. Talking about marriage is okay, but not on your first date.
Why? Oh, I think that's great.
Yeah, you do?
If you're dating to marry.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
started
true.
out,
Yeah, I want to get married.
I think that's good to talk about. I want to get married. I want this many kids.
Yeah.
Just ask it on the first date.
That's true. You're not wasting time.
You're not,
You're not wasting time. It's
Right?
very efficient.
Yeah.
Very good point. Okay, what does Doug say?
That would make almost anyone not want to take the leap.
Okay, so Doug is saying, wow, because of what you just said, you don't want to take a leap.
Yeah.
Take a leap, L-E-A-P, leaping is to jump.
Yes, it is. So to jump in this case, you're kind of jumping off a cliff into the water. We often use this expression to talk about a risky situation that will change your life in a big way. In this case, we're talking about getting into a romantic relationship. Even more kind of dramatically, we often use this to talk about getting married.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You might also take the leap if you make a major career change that you don't know how it will turn out. Maybe you quit your job and start a business. That would be taking the leap.
Right, because it's like taking a huge step.
Yes.
Meaning a huge new something.
Yeah. You're gonna take this action, and you can't turn back, really.
Right. Okay. All right. Layla says what?
The last thing I need in my life is another control freak.
Okay. So this is a great pattern. The last thing I need is really saying I really don't need. Right?
Yes.
So I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
That is our power expression, our power pattern for today. Yes, the last thing I need. You can use this. Maybe you have a shopping list, and at the very bottom, you could say, the last thing I need is toilet paper.
Yeah, the last thing we put into the soup is pepper.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is one meaning. But in this case, it kind of has the opposite meaning. It's that I don't need this at all.
At all.
This is the exact opposite of what I need.
Yeah.
In this case, someone who is a control freak.
If you call someone a control freak,
Yes.
obviously the word freak, F-R-E-A-K, is not a very positive word.
No.
It's a person who's a bit of, is a little crazy.
A little crazy, a little obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone is a control freak, it means that they are obsessed or they're crazy about having control.
Yeah.
You can use this obviously in this case with a romantic relationship, a boyfriend or girlfriend trying to control you.
Yeah.
They would be a control freak.
Right.
A boss can be a control freak.
Sure, how?
So if a boss doesn't let the people under him or her have any sort of freedom.
Yeah.
They want to control everything, every action that the employees are doing.
That's right.
Then they would be considered a control freak.
Right. It's kind of like you don't let anyone do anything. You have to do it yourself to be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if it was a boss, it'd be like, you can only use the restroom at 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m.
Oh, wow.
No extra breaks.
Oosh.
Yeah, it's just that, like, you're giving no freedom for that person to make any decisions.
Okay. And Doug says, so have you met a guy without any major red flags? So red flag. Yeah.
This is very commonly used in internet.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the internet. A red flag is something of a warning.
Yeah.
It's a sign that shows this person's not good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So oftentimes native speakers will use this, what he did is a red flag.
Yeah.
It's a warning.
Like you're on a date and the person is bad to the waiter or waitress.
Oh, that's a red flag.
Like if they're really mean, that's a red flag.
Big red flag.
If they're on a date and they're bad to the waiter,
no.
Just wait till you get in a relationship.
Yeah, that's right. Even with friends. Friends who are nice to you, but not nice to other people.
That's a red flag.
Red flag. Okay. So what does Layla say?
There's one guy I've been bonding with. We even had a video chat today, and we were laughing the whole time.
So if you're bonding with someone,
yes.
Well, a bond between two people is a very strong connection.
Yes, it is a strong connection.
So if you're bonding with that person, it's almost like you're making a strong connection.
Yeah, and it is interesting. I don't know if I would use it in this case in a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
You can bond with coworkers, or you can bond with your family.
Yeah.
Like family bonding time.
Family bonding time.
Where you are doing something together to help your relationship.
Right.
I guess, you could, if you're on a dating app, you can bond with someone.
Yeah.
Usually you have to meet them in person, though.
I think so. I feel like there has to be multiple exchanges for you to, like, really bond. Like, there has to be a connection first.
Yes, and it's not like a work connection. It's like a personal, like, we laughed together.
Yeah.
We had this experience together.
And then they bonded.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
You look happy today. Any new candidates for your next boyfriend?
I keep matching with jealous types and guys who want to talk about marriage during our first conversation.
That would make almost anyone not want to take the leap.
The last thing I need in my life is another control freak.
So, have you met a guy without any major red flags?
There is one guy I've been bonding with. We even had a video chat today and we were laughing the whole time.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 106 and 107. We're going to give you more examples as to how to use these expressions. Take the leap means to do something that is uncertain, like you don't know the outcome.
Yes.
Or it could be risky. And it's usually something big.
Yes.
Like a dramatic change. Okay. Are you still thinking about opening a restaurant?
I know it's risky, but I'm ready to take the leap.
Right. You quit your full-time job and you start your own business. That's taking a leap.
Yes.
Okay.
Big risk.
Jill and Mac took the leap and got married in May.
Marriage, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, we often use this to take the leap when we're talking about marriage because it changes everything.
Yeah.
Especially legally.
Oh, yeah.
Once you're married, now you're two people, but you're one person, you know?
Well, also to have a baby, too, is taking a big leap.
Oh, yeah. Taking the leap. Any kind of big decision that's going to change your life can be taking a leap. Maybe like moving abroad.
Well, I was just going to say, you and I.
We took the leap,
We took the leap.
Oh my gosh.
Many years ago.
I had no plan. I just came to Korea. I had no plans.
Well, I was planning to be here for a year. 1 year. That's what we all say.
Yeah, we all,
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year.
It was like 25 years now.
25 years.
Yeah.
It happens to a lot of people,
Sure. So anytime you make a real, big,
Buying a house.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, you don't know if the real estate market will go up or down.
Right.
And it's your first house.
Right.
Okay, let's take the leap. Let's buy the 7-bedroom mansion.
Okay, so we gave you a lot of examples there. If you describe someone as a control freak, it means someone who really is kind of crazy about controlling people or the situation.
Yes.
Does your brother always tell everyone what to do?
Yeah, he's been a control freak ever since we were little.
Yeah. It's like, no, don't put it there. Yeah. Like, no, you got to put it over here. You know, it's just a constant, like, do it this way, do it that way.
Yeah, you have to do it the way they want.
Yes.
You can't do it your own way.
No. My science professor was a control freak and never allowed us to do experiments. Why do you think? I think it's because he was maybe afraid that he didn't trust the students enough. They thought maybe they would
cause an explosion.
Yeah.
That's so true, yeah.
Yeah. Are you a control freak?
No, not really. I mean, there are not many instances, I think, when I am in power. I don't know where I'm in control to begin with. I don't usually have people underneath me, right?
Yeah, that's true. But I do think that you don't necessarily have to have people beneath you, but you're just this type of person. But it comes out when you are interacting with people.
Right.
Whether you're a control freak or not.
Right. Like you as a mom.
Yeah.
Do you think you're a control freak with your son?
Oh, never.
No?
No.
You let him do?
Oh, yeah.
whatever he
I
wants.
cannot control the kid. Yeah. And that's the thing. If you're a control freak with your children, it will not end well.
Yeah, I do think it depends on the type of parent and this type of child.
Yeah. It depends on the child, too.
Because some parents are,
control freak. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. Yeah. So do you feel like your mom was she in the camp of the control freak or just kind of let you do whatever you wanted?
She was definitely control freak.
Oh, she was.
I lived in a very strict household.
Oh, you did.
But I think both my sister and I don't think we loved the environment, but I think we were the personality that could survive it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like when I was a child, I didn't do anything bad.
Yeah,
so in that case, I'm kind of glad that my parents were a little strict with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the opposite for me. My mom was so not a control freak. She kind of let me do whatever I wanted to do, but I was a good girl.
Yeah.
I
kids don't need it.
Yeah, I did. I never had a tutor. I always studied on my own, got good grades. Yeah, so I think it really depends on the kid, too. Okay. All right. Bond with someone means to develop a friendship, a connection, a strong feeling of friendship. Okay.
Yes.
Susan and I bonded this year as lab partners.
Isn't that how you and I met back in high school?
Right. The 3-hour flight gave me a chance to bond with my niece.
Yes.
Right.
So this means that you were during the flight talking to your niece and playing little games with her and doing all those things.
We do often say this with family, don't we?
Yeah, bond with family.
Bond with family or bond with my mom or dad, or the father bonding with his son.
You can also use it for ducks.
Ducks?
You know how birds, they come out of the shell?
Yeah.
And the first thing that they see, they bond with.
Oh, yes!
We use another word too, to imprint.
Yes!
And so the first thing they see out of the shell, they think is
the
like
mother.
the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they will follow them all around.
Well, that's why you see some of these humans who rescue these little, eggs and they incubate them and then they think it's the mom.
Yeah, so the animal has bonded with the human.
Right.
There's that, it's not really maybe a relationship, but kind of in a natural animal sort of way. There's that connection there.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, animals bond with, humans bond with animals all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, power pattern. The last thing I need means I really don't need it. Yep. I don't want it. The last thing I need is loud neighbors.
The last thing I need is an overdue bill.
Yeah. It's kind of like your frustration.
Like, this would be the worst thing to happen to me.
Yes, that's right. When you say this, it's like, the last thing I need is this. It's like too much.
Yes.
Okay. We have a great power vocab, red flag, which is a warning.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's the signal of something worse that's going to happen.
Do check out the definition on page 108. And what should our listeners do?
Please go to Audio Hakdang, and for a small monthly fee, you can listen to this show, some of our other shows, and other things that are not on EBS Radio that you can only find there.
Absolutely. All right, thanks for joining us today, and have a great day.
Bye-bye.